It may surprise you that President of France, Francois Hollande, who is an open socialist himself, met with Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin a few short days ago. Today's the 17th. He actually had a meeting in a nation called Kazakhstan. And in his meeting, he made an unscheduled stop to Moscow in an attempt to meet very quickly and urgently with Vladimir Putin. This headline came out. This headline was all over Yahoo News, was it Fox News? More. It was more. All over. French President Hollande urgently flies to Moscow to meet Putin. No big deal. Whatever. You know, it could be a no big deal, whatever. That's the French president right there, Francois Hollande. Says here, President Francois Hollande met with his Russian counterpart. He met with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin in Moscow to discuss the crisis in Ukraine. Okay, this came out again, Russian resource newspapers along with American source newspapers. Okay, the meeting between the two presidents took place within the framework of Hollande's unscheduled visit to Moscow after the talks in Kazakhstan. A day earlier at a press conference after the talks with Kazakhstan's president, the president of France, Francois Hollande, called for joint efforts with the leaders of Russia, Germany, and Ukraine to ease tensions in Ukraine. Vladimir Putin and Francois Hollande will meet, and they did meet, at the airport called Vnukovo Airport in Russia. Noteworthy is that Russia was expecting the delivery of some Mistral helicopter carriers from France. From my understanding, France actually pulled out of that because of what's going on between Russia and Ukraine. So, again, we got a headline, French President Hollande urgently flies to Moscow. And in his talks with, Vladimir Putin is in regards to Ukraine. However, I got another report here that is a little bit more ominous as to the reason why Francois Hollande, the president of France, took a quick and immediate and urgent detour on his way back to France from Kazakhstan to meet with Vladimir Putin, not in any Oval Office over there, not even in the Kremlin, not even close to the Kremlin, but right smack dab in the airport. Check this out. An ominous report prepared by the General Directorate of the General Staff of the Armed Forces for Russia. This could be likened to their intelligence team, okay? Circulated in the Kremlin on December 8th that stated that the emergency meeting that was held Saturday morning, that Saturday, in Moscow between President Putin and French President Francois Hollande was due to the discovery of France's General Directorate for External Security. This, again, could be likened to France's intelligence team as well. Francois Hollande met with Vladimir Putin due to an external security matter concerning a terror spectacular. According to this report, early Saturday morning, December 6th, President Francois Hollande from France was en route to Paris from his state visit to Kazakhstan. We just read it. When his plane requested an immediate emergency flight path deviation to Moscow's Vnukovo International Airport, where the French leader requested and demanded that he meet with Putin upon his arrival. Check this out. Upon President Hollande's arrival at this international airport in Russia, the report continues he was escorted. Francois Hollande was escorted with his security intelligence entourage to the government's Terminal 2 facility's safe room. There is a safe room in the airport of Russia's Vnukovo International Airport that protects its occupants from any electronic surveillance. Apparently, this room is for the president and his company, whatever they need it. Upon Putin's rushed arrival and meeting with his French counterpart, Francois Hollande, at the airport, the Russian intelligence analysis in this report say that a visibly distraught President Francois Hollande began detailing how his country's intelligence team had informed him of their uncovering of an Obama regime plot to stage a massive false flag terror attack, the blame of which would be placed on Russia. President Holland further noted to Putin his fears that Russia would be forced to retaliate against the U.S., but expressed his alarm that France could be catastrophically impacted by such a conflict, and which, with his meeting, he was attempting to ensure would not happen. All right, can I break this down for a minute? France just met with the president of Kazakhstan, which is kind of next door to Russia. It is next door to Russia. Actually, am I mistaken? Is it part of the Russian Federation, Kazakhstan? After meeting with the president of Kazakhstan, France is, you had the president of France, Francois Hollande, on his way back home, when all of a sudden he demands an immediate meeting, an unexpected, untimed meeting with the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin. In this meeting, Vladimir Putin takes, they go to a safe room in this airport. They didn't even have time. They don't even make time to go to the Kremlin, nowhere else. They go to the safe room, safe from any electronics or what have you, or safe from any type of safe from any type of electronic surveillance. And Francois Hollande reveals to Vladimir Putin a setup from the Obama regime that was going to set Russia up in a false flag attack. Now, a false flag attack is, in a nutshell, a setup of an attack to happen, but for the purpose of moving forward some type of political agenda. Like you're setting someone else up to make it look like it's them when it was really you. You did it on purpose. So in this case, Francois Hollande got whiff of this, apparently, and told Vladimir Putin, I know that once it happens, you are going to counteract. You're going to fight back when you find out. And I just want to let you know that when you do, I wasn't any part of it. Because France is, they work with the U.S. in many things. So once France got a whiff of this, apparently the president of France told Vladimir Putin, when it happens, just know I had no part of it. I'm telling you right now. What the heck's going on? What the heck is going on? Can we reiterate something here that happened? Can we remind you of something that happened? There's so much information. This is crazy stuff. Let me give you some information here. Just give me 1 second, my friends. The Daily Mail reported last year that the U.S. backed a plan to launch a chemical weapons attack on Syria to blame it on the Assad regime, the Syria Assad regime. Not only was this reported on Daily Mail, but this was also reported on Yahoo News and other sources. So, first of all, this was already made public about a possible, not even possible, that it was backed by the U.S. to launch a chemical weapons attack on Syria and blame it on the Assad regime last year. Again, France's president, Francois Hollande, obtained information that caused him to make an immediate and urgent request to meet with Vladimir Putin. They met in a safe room at the airport. Didn't take time to go anywhere else. And told him outright. Told them outright that their intelligence, the intelligence of France, has uncovered an Obama regime plot to stage a massive false flag terror attack, which the blame would be placed on Russia. President of France said to Putin his fears that Russia would be forced to retaliate against the United States, but expressed his alarm that France could be caught up in it too, because France and U.S. again has a good relationship for the most part. That is until a plot is unveiled. That is until a plot is uncovered and France knows that Russia's been increasing their military arsenal while the U.S. has been decreasing it on purpose. What the heck's going on? I have to ask this question. This is really alarming, to say the least. Do you want to know what's even more alarming? Do you want to know what's even more alarming? There's prophecy concerning this.